are. Hi, baby. Okay, welcome to my first ever book haul, and probably the only one I'm going to be doing for a while. Books are expensive, so I don't see myself ever having a haul this massive in the near future. However, if you remember the video from the weekend where I went home, I raided my mother's classroom and grabbed as many books off her shelf as I could. She's an English teacher at high school. I'm just in this reading kick right now, and I just want as many books as I can to just read as many as I can over the summer. So I'm excited about this. I'm very excited about this. I don't know how many there are, and I'm not even gonna attempt to guess, but there's a lot. First things first, I'm including this in this haul because I am so excited. I just got a Kindle. That's Julian back there. My mother was so generous and nice and lovely, and she took me out yesterday to go buy a Kindle. I'm planning on using this for the books that I don't want to have a physical copy of. Like, I don't want to go buy it new. I'm gonna try to do the ebook thing. Don't know how that's gonna work because I love physical books, but I'm very excited about this. And then I guess to begin, I did get a new book yesterday. So this is the only book that's brand new. Everything else in this haul is used and stolen. But yesterday I went to Indigo and I got Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I'm very excited. The only other book I've read by her is The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, which I loved, so I'm very excited for this. I'm also a sucker for dialogue, so the fact that this is written in like an interview style, I feel like it's gonna be really good for me. I don't think I'm gonna read like summaries of all the books because there's just so many, so I'm just gonna kind of flash them, nothing crazy. Okay. I guess we'll get started with the books that I found in my mom's classroom. Okay, so first things first, Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Dessa and I are planning on reading a bunch of classics over the summer, so when I saw this, I grabbed it. I kind of want to get my own copy so that I can annotate it possibly, but just in case I snagged it. The other thing is this has really small text, and that's just really... What?
That's not it, Chief.
Yeah. Like, that is small text. Anyways, I grabbed it just in case. I also saw The Invisible Man on her shelf by Julian? By H.G. Wells, which is another classic. I haven't heard much about this at all, actually, but it's short and the text is bigger, so I thought I'd grab it just in case. I don't know if I'm going to read all these, but I love the option. Okay, the last of the classics I think that I have here, The Scarlet Letter. This is a Norton critical edition, so there's a bunch of essays and stuff involved, which I'm not going to read, but the actual story is in here too, I hope. Moving along, so that's all of my classics, I think. This is a book I'm a little bit unsure about, so if anyone is watching this and if anyone has read this book, please let me know what you thought. It's called We Are All Made of Molecules by Susan Nielsen. Reading the synopsis, I'm not sure. It seems more of like a middle grade, younger YA novel, which is fine. It'll be a quick read. But it seems to be like these two kids move in together because their parents start dating, or they are married, or so now these two kids are having to live with each other, and one of them is not okay with that. So I don't know, I might try it out. A lot of these are like iffy. These aren't books that I would normally go buy off the shelf. Okay, next one is called Deep Down Popular by Phoebe Stone, and this is also a middle grade novel, as you can see by how ginormous the font is. It's about a 6th grade soccer star, Conrad Parker Smith, and he is the most popular boy in the small town. Oh, and Jessie is the protagonist, and she sits alone every day at lunch. She's a tomboy. Conrad doesn't think about Jessie, but Jessie thinks a lot about Conrad. And then I think Conrad ends up getting injured, and they begin to kindle a relationship. But Jessie's like, well, what's gonna happen when the cast comes off? Like, are we still gonna be friends? Yeah, a quick little middle grade novel. I actually do really enjoy middle grade. I think they're really fun. This one is called The Body in the Woods by April Henry. I've read another April Henry book. I think it's called The Girl Who Was Supposed to Die. I read it a long time ago. I wasn't really in a reading mood, but I did DNF it. I didn't love the writing style, so I don't know how far I'll get in this. They find a body in the woods, and the story goes on from there. So next we have What I Saw and How I Lied. I love these little tags at the top that say mature read. It reminds me of just library books from my elementary school and how they have to label mature read, or maybe it was high school, I don't know. It's just funny, it's nostalgic. This one's a story that takes place during World War II. I'm not necessarily a fan of war novels, but I'm not gonna rule them out. Yeah, her dad has just gotten back from World War II, and he brings back this movie star. And there's something about secrets and hiding things and truths and blah, blah, blah. I don't know. But it sounds okay, so we might give that one a shot. The next book is called Counting by Sevens. I remember as a kid, I saw my mom with this book all the time. It's by Holly Goldberg Sloan. Her story will make you cry, laugh, and appreciate your friends, family, and the things around you in a whole new way. Again, not a book I would pick up off the shelf at a bookstore, but it has a pretty high rating on Goodreads from what I remember. So this one is called Codename Verity by Elizabeth Wien. And this is another World War II novel. It takes place in Nazi-occupied France. My mom was actually just talking about this the other day, so obviously it's memorable to her, so maybe this one's good. I think it also has a high rating. Oh, this book I found on her shelf, and I got really excited because I actually do want to read this book. I've heard a lot of good things. It's very popular right now. One of Us is Lying by Karen M. McManus, I think. That's some crazy font. But yeah, I feel like a lot of people have heard a lot about this book, so I won't talk much about it, but I am looking forward to reading this one. Okay, this book, it's called Cut. I remember seeing it on my mom's shelf as a kid all the time. It is obviously about a heavy topic, so check the trigger warnings for sure on this one. It's so short and the font's huge. It'll be a really quick read. And also this author who has written so many other books now, this is her first novel. Oh, it's Patricia McCormick. I'm interested in reading this to see what it's like as a writing student. I want to know what do people write as a first novel? What does well? I'm curious. All right, let's move on. This next one is a series that everyone knows. I'll hold up these two. The Hunger Games. I've read this. Of course I have. I read it when I was 8 years old, but I want to reread it this summer because apparently it's better than we remember, which isn't the case for a lot of YA series back in the day. Another reason is because there's a lot of Shakespeare references in the series, and now that I've read so much Shakespeare with these last couple semesters where I've taken Shakespeare courses, I want to find all the references. I don't have the first one, so I'm gonna have to figure out. I'm sure someone will lend it to me. Like, everyone has the Hunger Games, so that shouldn't be an issue. And then also the newest one, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Is that what it's called? There's a sticker over the title. Anyways, I haven't read this, so I want to read it, but I'm going to read it after I reread the original trilogy. Okay. Wow, this is going to be such a long video. I'm going to start speaking less about things. This book is called Crazy by Han Nolan. Again, this is another book that I remember seeing everywhere as a kid, but I never read it. 15-year-old Jason has perfected the art of invisibility. His mother has died, his father is going crazy, and Jason is trying to hold his crumbling home together while not drawing attention to his father's deteriorating mental condition. Huh, it looks like it's written in like an interview style here as well. Or like dialogue, but it's not all dialogue. Maybe different perspectives? I don't know. It's cool though, I'm interested. We'll see how that goes. This next book is called Stepsister by Jennifer Donnelly. She is known for writing fractured fairy tales, twisted fairy tales. This one is about Cinderella. It's called Stepsister. Apparently she has another one called Poison, which is following the story of Snow White, which is also really good. So I want to read that one, get my hands on it. My friend is borrowing it from my mom right now, so I'll have to get it from her. Also, follow Woozy Whispers. And this is actually another fractured fairy tale, I believe. It's called Haunted by Megan Spooner. The first sentence on the back says, Beauty knows the beast's forest in her bones and in her blood. She knows the forest holds secrets and that her father is the only hunter who's ever come close to discovering them. That was 2 sentences, but that's okay. But yeah, I think it's like a Beauty and the Beast retelling, or it's based off of that story. Oh, next we have The Perks of Being a Wallflower. Obviously, this is a very popular book. I've seen the movie. I saw it on the shelf. It's super dirty and gross, which is why I have sanitizer right here. Yeah, I would be interested in reading the book. I liked the movie. I liked the story, so that'll be good. Okay. All right. Oh, another classic. To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. I didn't read this in the 10th grade like everyone else did. So I feel like I missed out. I don't know. Is it gonna be a book that's gonna be like my favorite? Probably not, but I need to read it, right? Like everyone needs to read this book, so. Okay, next we have Long Way Down by Jason Reynolds. I have never heard of this before. I looked it up on Goodreads. It had an okay rating. I read the back. It looked all right. Oh, what? Oh no. You know what? I think this is poetry. Oh shoot. Hold on. Oh wait, Jason Reynolds is the one who wrote Ghost? Oh my god, I read Ghost. That was a good book. Okay, well, it's kind of, yeah, it's written in poetry verses, which is different, very different. I'm not a poetry person, not at all. But I might give this a shot because I really liked his writing. If you haven't read any of his stuff, I'd recommend it. All right, so that's gonna be one that I'm going to be reluctant to pick up, but I should do it. It's poetry, but it's also probably gonna tell a really great story. Okay. Wicked by Gregory Maguire. Gregory Maguire. I love how this book feels in my hand. So I love this musical. I've seen it once in Vancouver. I've seen it once on Broadway. One of my favorites. I love it. I just love it. And I didn't know until recently that it was originally a novel. And it was sitting on my mother's shelf. So I snagged it. Next we have The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. Yeah, I haven't read this book. I know it was turned into a movie. I know it's super popular. Other than that, I don't really know anything about it. Okay, that's this bag empty. But don't worry, there's more. Next, we have... Hold on.
Loki, listen.
Oh, Loki. Hold on. I can't get over this dog. Okay, back and in business. The next books I grabbed... Oh my gosh, there's too many. I can't. The entire selection series. I never read this. Everyone else did. I didn't. There's those. Okay, I have one more pile to go through. A Spindle Splintered. A Spindle Splintered by Alex E. Harrow. This is another fractured fairy tale. It is based off of Sleeping Beauty. Oh, this is interesting. Sleeping Beauty is the worst fairy tale pretty much any way you slice it. It's aimless and immoral, and
My bitch is always sleeping.
even among the other nerds who majored in folklore, Sleeping Beauty is nobody's favorite. The romantic girls like Beauty and the Beast, vanilla girls like Cinderella, goth girls like Snow White, only the dying girls like Sleeping Beauty. Interesting. Okay, that makes me excited. Also, it has like illustrations within, which is always fun. That's also a quick little skinny read. Dry by Neil Shusterman and Jared Shusterman. It's a dystopian book about what happens when you run out of water. And I think it's based in Southern California. That's all I have to say about that. Thomas King. Suffrage. I've read Thomas King's memoir, actually. I didn't read his memoir. I don't know if he has a memoir. He very well might. I didn't read it, if he does. What I meant to say was I read a series of lectures he gave for CBC in 2003, and it's collected in this little book called The Truth About Stories. That's what I read, not his memoir. But I've never read any of his fiction, so this might be cool. I'm really trying to speed this up here. It's been a while. So these next few books are books that I bought a long time ago. One time I went to Indigo and I bought these 3 books and I never read them. They've been sitting here for years, untouched. So I thought I should bring them back with me and see if I can pick one up. This one is called The Program by Suzanne Young. It is a big series. I don't know if I'll read all of them, but I'll definitely try to read the first one. It is also dystopian. It's based in a society where suicide is an international epidemic. Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. Rowell. Yeah, I bought this so long ago. This is such a popular book. It's hardcover. Like, the next one's hardcover too. What am I doing spending this money and not reading these books? I gotta catch up on everything I missed out on. This next one is called Nemesis. It's by Brendan. Ooh, I'm not gonna attempt. There you go. It says on the front, he killed me not, he killed me. I don't really know what this is. Oh, this girl, every 2 years on her birthday, a strange man finds her and murders her. But an hour later, she wakes up, alone, unhurt, and with all evidence of the horrifying crime erased. These are all such books that I would have read back in the day. I don't know how much I'll love them now, but we'll see. This book is called All the Light We Cannot See. It's by Anthony Doerr, and it is another one that takes place during World War II. My mom has a lot of those books. She also teaches social studies, so this one has a high rating on Goodreads, so I'm going to give it a shot. It's the winner of some awards, so that's cool. Good Eggs by Rebecca Hardyman. I'll just read you the first line here. When Kevin Gaugerty's irrepressible 83-year-old mother, Millie, is caught shoplifting yet again, he has no choice but to hire a caretaker to keep an eye on her. I just think that's funny. The 83-year-old mother can't stop shoplifting. I don't know what this is. Is it a romance? Oh, wait, it's an adventure. I don't know. Might be fun. This next one's called Firekeeper's Daughter by Angeline Booley. It seems to be pretty popular right now. This is a newer one my mom just bought, so I am snatching it. Hopefully she's okay with that. I'm not gonna really discuss it too much. I think it's a little bit of a romance, but also includes Indigenous communities, and yeah, should be good. And that's everything. I'd love to count. I should have counted. Now that I've put them all away. If you've read any of them, let me know what you thought. Let me know what I should read first. I think what I'll probably end up doing is kind of interweaving these books between the ones that I have that I really want to read. Because there's a few here that I really want to read, but a lot of them are just kind of random. Just books that could be good, but there also could be a lot of DNFs here. I didn't choose these as books that I want to read. They're just books that were free. So we'll see how that goes. Thanks so much for watching. I hope someone found something interesting that they might want to read, or I don't know. It's just fun talking about books, isn't it? Okay, I'm gonna go now. See you later. Bye. Oh, and if you want to follow my Goodreads, I'm gonna link it down below. I'll also link Dessa's if she wants me to. Okay, bye.